Hi, welcome to my channel. This is my first video I'm making for my channel. Thanks to the pandemic, we are all in a shit. Obviously, people are losing their jobs, people lost friends, and it has brought people's true colors out. So my journey started last year around November. Well, the journey started there, but the build up to this started around March. Basically, I was in a house share with some friends, and this friend was eventually a pain in the ass, and eventually I come to realize they were just using me for this and that and wanted me to pay a rent when the pandemic hit. And yeah, they quit their job. Funny enough, the next day the chancellor then announced the furlough scheme. So somehow that person blamed me because of them resigning from their job. And yeah, so she went back to Sicily and Italy. I was a bit upset for a week, but something in the back of my mind said no, something's not right. So I just couldn't utter the words to ask her to stay. And you know, when you really like someone, you actually stupid in love, you do anything, but for some reason, something held me back. So I found out now that she's actually was probably seeing someone, and every time I come into the kitchen, asks me to get out of the kitchen and say, what am I doing there? Very disrespectful, considering the kitchen's for food and not for to chatting to people. And this person, let's just say, she was a hell of a made a hell of a noise every evening, loud, till 3 o'clock in the morning, while some people are trying to sleep or go to work the next day. So eventually, she went back to Sicily, and I told her sorry, just give it a shot again. And then she never replied for me. She blanked me, ghosted me. So at least I knew where I stand there. So no, that's it. There was another one, another weirdo. She was a dominatrix working as a nurse. Funny enough, she was okay. She had her moments, but okay. But yeah, let's just say house shares with other people. There's always arguments over who wants to clean this and that. And when you come from a long day of work and some people just complain to you about this and that, it's like, come on. You need to just give them 5 minutes just to get your stuff done. And if it's a special day, like your birthday, you do not become a bitch. You just celebrate and just chill out. Don't say, oh, clean this and that and that and that. Nah. So, yeah. So eventually I realized after staying 6 months at that place, I'm moving out. So I get my notice in. The guy wanted me to stay. And I said, no. If you can reduce the rent to 600, because I was paying the most rent in that house, and another person with the same size room as me, well, a bit bigger, was paying actually £120 less. And he said, no, you can't do it. And I said, okay, stuff it. So I started like looking out for some flats in this. There were some really good ones out there. One was near work, or it's just too much to walk up. One was in the same area I used to stay. That was nice little flat, just share with another person. Rent was decent. There was another one looking at the contract. There was just too many things, do this and that, to charge you this and that. I was like, no, it's too much, and it's a sublet. You don't have rights. Another one was, yeah, I looked at quite a few. Just can't remember them now. So those were the main ones. Oh, there was another with a flat. It was too expensive. Great place. You can walk to work 20 minutes or take the bus. And yeah, eventually I was like, just sitting on this, not making up my decision. And then I decided I'm just going to sleep in my car for 2 days, and whatever happens, happens. So I slept in the car for 2 days, and I said, okay, this is not that bad. Then it went on for the week. And yeah, and I kept in driving. Yeah, been living in my car ever since. So I'm come out now to 5 months living in my car, and I've become actually liking it, enjoying it. There are really good perks. There's hardly any rent. All you do is pay your petrol. You don't have to house share with people. So there's no problems about who's cleaned the house, who's left a mess, arguments with other people. It's got nothing to do with you. If you don't like the area, you can move. You're not stuck to a contract for 6 months or a year. Yeah. You just need the bare necessities. So, yeah, you might be limited for space. It depends what you're looking for. A car is a bit basic, so if you're minimalist, it's fine. You just, yeah, if you are freezing in the winter, you just put on the engine for 5 minutes, pop on the heater, and then you get some nice toasty heat, and off you go. Yeah, so I've been camping around, let's say, 210 Elmbridge. Beautiful place if you want to walk by the river. Portsmouth, Bournemouth, Southbourne, some other places as well. And yeah, and I've got a really cheap car. It's 20 years old. It's cheap on insurance. It's cheap on petrol. MOT's cheap. It's easy to fix. Yeah, everything's good. I'm in a good position is because I'm not a tall person. I can fit just about diagonally in the car. It would be nice if it could fit like straight, but yeah. So, yeah. So this is my adventure starting.